In a world dominated by dialogue and sound, a film emerged that took us back to the silent era. The Artist 2011 is not just a movie. It's a celebration of cinema's golden age. But what makes this silent film resonate so strongly in the 21st century? Let's dive in and explore. Directed by Michel Hazanavicius, The Artist is a silent black and white film that tells the story of George Valentine, a silent film actor grappling with the arrival of talking pictures. Released in 2011, the movie was a bold experiment, paying homage to the silent era, while offering a compelling narrative that modern audiences could connect with. Dujardin's portrayal of George Valentine earned him widespread acclaim, including the Academy Award for Best Actor. But what is it about his performance that captivated audiences? Without dialogue, actors in silent films had to rely on their physicality and facial expressions to convey emotion. Dujardin and Berenice Bejo mastered this art form, delivering performances that were both nuanced and powerful. Their chemistry on screen is palpable, with Bejo's Peppy Miller representing the new era of Hollywood, while Dujardin's Valentine clings to the past. The tension between them drives the film's narrative, making their journey both heartbreaking and inspiring. In an age where sound is integral to storytelling, The Artist forces us to reconsider the power of silence. The absence of dialogue draws viewers in, making every glance, every gesture, and every musical note carry more weight. This moment is a turning point in the film, where the sound invades George's world, symbolizing the end of an era. It's a powerful commentary on change, progress, and the fear of becoming obsolete. The film's score, composed by Ludovic Bors, is a character in itself. The music guides the audience's emotions, from the light-hearted moments to the darker, more introspective scenes. Bors's work was rightfully recognized with an Academy Award for Best Original Score. It's 1927, arguably Hollywood's most admired movie screen idol, George Valentine, is enjoying the success of his latest picture, The Russian Affair. He enjoys his work and the adulation he receives by being a movie star, as witnessed by how he hogs the spotlight during The Russian Affair's post-premiere bows. Peppy Miller is an aspiring young actress, who literally and figuratively runs into Valentine at the premiere, which ends up being the launching pad to her Hollywood acting career. The advent of talking pictures brings a reversal to their fortunes, as Kinograph, the movie studio where Valentine is under contract, is looking for fresh faces such as Peppy Miller to star in their talking pictures. While Valentine resists the entire notion of talking pictures, Peppy, who appreciates everything that Valentine did for her career, tries to help him as much as she can. But Valentine may have to decide on his own where and if he fits into the Hollywood machine, one where he doesn't think people want to hear him speak. In 1927, silent film star George Valentine is posing for pictures outside the premiere of his latest hit film, A Russian Affair, when a young woman, Peppy Miller, accidentally bumps into him. Valentine reacts with humor to the accident and shows off Peppy for the cameras. The next day, Peppy finds herself on the front page of Variety with the headline, "Who's That Girl?" Later, Peppy auditions as a dancer and is spotted by Valentine, who insists that she have a part in Kinograph Studios' next production, despite objections from the studio boss, L. Zimmer. While performing a scene together, Valentine and Peppy show great chemistry, despite her being merely an extra. With a little guidance from Valentine, he draws a beauty spot on her, which will eventually be her trademark. After finding her in his dressing room, Peppy slowly rises through the industry, earning more prominent starring roles. 2 years later, Zimmer announces the end of production of silent films at Kinograph Studios. But Valentine is dismissive, insisting that sound is just a fad. In a dream, Valentine begins hearing sounds from his environment, but cannot speak himself, then wakes up in a sweat. He decides to produce and direct his own silent film, financing it himself. The film opens on the same day as Peppy's new sound film, as well as the 1929 stock market crash. Now Valentine's only chance of avoiding bankruptcy is for his film to be a hit. Unfortunately, audiences flock to Pepe's film instead and Valentine is ruined. His wife, Doris, kicks him out, and he moves into an apartment with his valet or chauffeur, Clifton, and his dog. Pepe goes on to become a major Hollywood star. Later, the bankrupt Valentine is forced to auction off all of his personal effects, and fires Clifton, telling him to get another job. Depressed and drunk, Valentine angrily sets a match to his private collection of his earlier films. As the nitrate film quickly blazes out of control, he is overwhelmed by the smoke and passes out inside the burning house, still clutching a single film canister. However, Valentine's dog attracts the help of a nearby policeman. And after being rescued, Valentine is hospitalized for injuries suffered in the fire. Pepe visits the hospital and discovers that the film he rescued is the one she was first in. She asks for him to be moved to her house to recuperate. Valentine awakens in a bed at her house, to find that Clifton is now working for Pepe. Valentine seems to remain dismissive of Pepe having taken him in, prompting Clifton to sternly remind Valentine of his changing luck. Pepe insists to Zimmer that Valentine co-star in her next film, threatening to quit Kinegraph if Zimmer does not agree to her terms. After Valentine learns to his dismay that it had been Pepe that had purchased all his auctioned effects, he returns in despair to his burnt-out apartment. Pepe arrives, panicked, and finds that Valentine is about to attempt suicide. The two reconcile, and remembering Valentine's superb dancing ability, Pepe persuades Zimmer to let them make a musical together. Sound finally comes in as the film starts rolling for a dance scene with Pepe and Valentine. Once the choreography is complete, the two dancers are heard panting, and the only time in the film sound is heard coming from Pepe, who otherwise says nothing. The director of the musical calls out audibly, "Cut," to which Zimmer adds, "Perfect. Beautiful. Could you give me one more?" Valentine, in his only audible line, replies with pleasure, revealing his strong French accent. The camera then pulls back to the sounds of the film crew as they prepare to shoot another take. In the absence of words, music becomes the voice of the film, carrying us through the highs and lows of the characters' journeys. Upon its release, the artist was met with critical acclaim, sweeping award shows and capturing the hearts of audiences worldwide. But beyond its accolades, the film serves as a reminder of cinema's roots and the timeless appeal of visual storytelling. In an industry constantly evolving with technology, the artist proves that sometimes the most powerful stories are told in silence. And that, perhaps, is the true magic of cinema. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of the artist. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring the magic of movies.